So I'm here with Derek Zimmerman. He's a graduate assistant here for Mississippi State men's basketball. So we're just going to ask him a few questions here. So the first question is what do you do? Kind of what's your job like on a day-to-day basis?
Well, my job title on job duties on a day-to-day basis, I pretty much help rebound for all the guys on the team. I assist with any on-campus stuff for us, like helping guys get to their class, find their classes. I help with some scout report with coaches, and off the court, we making sure guys know where they need to be for certain events and stuff like that. And just pretty much every day I have a schedule every day, pretty much day to day. I have a schedule, difficult schedule.
So what kind of decisions do you make on like a day-to-day basis?
Well, I don't pretty make too many decisions. Most of the decisions I make is pretty much what I'll be asked to do. Coach Howland always come to me and ask me to make sure I rebound for the guys so they can get extra shots up and shoot free throws. Michael Moynihan is director of ops, who's pretty much over us, and he asked me to make sure I go check this class or check that class for guys. So that's pretty much what I do. I don't get a chance to make many decisions. Before I make any decision, I ask Coach Howland or Michael Moynihan for anything.
So what would you say interests you in this job as opposed to doing something else, or you coming back to your alma mater and kind of doing this?
Well, I come from a family full of coaches. My dad is a coach, my brother is a coach, my uncle was a coach. This is my alma mater. I played here back in 2000 and 2003, and this is something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to get into college coaching. I always wanted to be at this level and give back to my alma mater, my community. I consider this my community, even though I'm not from Starkville, but just being a part of this, and this is like a dream come true for me.
So what would you say you like most about your job, or what do you like most about Mississippi State basketball in general?
Just being around the guys and being the day-to-day operations. I mean, just seeing how everything works behind the scenes and looking at it from a different point of view from, the coaching side instead of a player side, and just interacting with people. I mean, you get a chance to meet somebody new every day and, make connections and network with people. So this is like a dream come true, really a dream come true.
So as far as like me or somebody that would like a student that would be interested in going into the field, like getting a GA spot somewhere, what would be your kind of recommendation on how like a student could obtain a job like you have?
Well, first thing I would say is that you need to make as many connections as you can possible. You have to get to know people in this business, in this industry, and just you got to outwork the next man. I mean, you got to come in, talk to people. When they ask you to do something, you got to be willing to do it, and you just got to work. Just work and just meet as many people as you can.
So this is kind of a question more about the team, but how does Mississippi State basketball, do you think, differ from other teams in the SEC and other teams we're kind of competing with?
Well, I haven't seen too many SEC teams play this year. I've seen a couple. I've seen Kentucky play. I've seen Tennessee play. But I think our team this year is we are more physical than what we've been in the past. We have great rebounders with Robert Woodard and Reggie Perry and Keyshawn Feazell and Abdul Adu. Those guys are unbelievable rebounders. We have great shooting with Tyson Carter and DJ Stewart. Iverson Molinar, Devin Buss, Elias King. So we have a different variety of guys. But I think our strength of our team this year than most teams we've had in the past has been able to out-rebound people and hold people to under 40% shooting the basketball.
So as far as like your career path, where do you see your career path going from here? Or where would you like it to go, I guess, from this spot, or how do you see your path looking down the road?
Well, my ultimate goal is to one day become a head coach. And just to see, take on that challenge. I just want to continue to grow in this business and learn as much about the game of basketball as I can. Learning from Coach Howland. He's one of the best coaches in college basketball. He's won at every school he's been at. It's like you're a sponge and you got to soak up as much knowledge as you can. So
right.
Just continue to learn and grow as a coach.
So as far as in your field of work, the graduate assistant field, what do you think the skills that are most needed in order for someone to be successful as a GA?
Well, you got to be willing to give yourself up for the guys. Put your pride to the side because you're going to have to rebound a lot for guys. You're going to have to have some late nights. I done had some late nights with some guys on the team. But you got to love what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why I do it. I love what I do. I would rather not be doing anything else but this. And I just try to take advantage of it any chance I get. So I'm happy with my role as a GA. And I will tell anybody who's looking to get into this profession and this business that it's like a baby. You got to take baby steps. You got to crawl before you walk. So it's going to make you mad sometimes, some of the things you got to do, but just remember there's a bigger picture at the end.
So you kind of touched on this before as far as the time you have to devote to doing this. But how would you say this kind of affected your lifestyle, like kind of before you took this role as opposed to
Well,
you
before
right
I took
now?
this role, I was a elementary school teacher, and I had 2 AAU basketball teams. And, you know, being a school teacher, it's the same thing every day. So I really didn't do much. I really didn't go out, didn't hang out much. So now I really don't have much time at all to hang out. I just pretty much basketball and home. That's it. Basketball, home, and school. So that's pretty much what I devote my time to.
I think I may have already asked you this, but what's kind of the most difficult? I don't know if I asked you this, but what's the most difficult part of doing this?
Sometimes lack of sleep, long hours. Most days I get here about 6:30, 6:45, and don't leave till after 5:30, 6 o'clock sometimes, 7 o'clock. So just long hours, but I would not rather be doing anything else.
I think we covered it all, Z. I appreciate it, man.
All right, no problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome.